Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Miss Allie, and here's some easy English learning. Our topic today is common verbs in English and how to use them in the present simple. Our objective today is to use common English verbs in the simple present by completing sentences and talking about your daily routine. So we're going to be writing today, and we're going to have some speaking and some pronunciation practice for some new words. Materials for today are a notebook, a pen, or a pencil, whatever you prefer. So let's jump right in. All right, so when do we use the present simple? If you want to take a minute and pause the video to copy this into your notebook, I do suggest it. So in the present simple, okay, we use it for habits. So these are things that we do all the time. He drinks tea at breakfast. Or I drink coffee at breakfast. They watch television regularly. So this is things that we do in our daily life. This is where we're going to be working in our speaking section later. We use present simple for repeated actions or events, for general truths, to give instructions or directions to somebody or in writing, and to express fixed arrangements like the start time of something or an appointment that you might have. So now, what is a verb? Right? So it's important to know the parts of speech in English. So I would look at this word here and translate it to your home language. So everybody's home language is different. So I haven't given the answer. This will depend on whatever your home language is. But for me, my home language is Portuguese. It would be verbo. In Spanish, verbo. And in French, verbe. It's also important to know the definition of this part of our speech in English. So verbs are words that describe actions or things that we do, right? There is a verb in every complete sentence in English. Verbs tell us what the subject of a sentence is doing. And verbs can describe physical actions, mental actions, or states of being, like a feeling. I cover this in a separate video on my channel if you want to watch it as a follow-up to this lesson. So here is our first activity for the day. I would write down, these are 40 words and common verbs in English. So let's practice some pronunciation together. Here we have swim. So repeat. Swim, make, sing, learn, play, have, want, get up. So these two words together have their own meaning in English. This is a phrasal verb. Next word is go, work, dance, look for. Again, another phrasal verb. These two words together have their own verb meaning. We have so many of these in English. Next word is run, remember, walk, draw, dislike, need, shop, wake up. Another phrasal verb here. Next word is think, read, write, listen, like, do, speak, wear, sit, take, pay for, buy, eat, drink, understand, laugh, watch, Remember, this is a verb, not a noun or an object. If you're going to translate these words later to your home language, make sure you're looking for the verb of each word. Next word, clean, hike, and change. So take a minute, write these in your notebook, come back to the video as many times as you want for pronunciation practice. I think it's really great. Also hearing the word out loud so that when you're reading it, you are listening to it in your head correctly so we don't make pronunciation mistakes when we're starting learning a language. They're very hard to correct later on. So here's our activity in your notebook. So look at the verb list provided. Which words do you know? Do you think you know? Or do you need to learn? We have to put a check where you are in your verb learning journey. So everyone is at a different level in their learning. What we remember or not is completely different for everyone. So for example, if I don't really know this word, swim, I'm not really sure. I'm going to put a check here. Make, I don't really know this one either. I put a check. Sing, oh, I know this word. I put it here under the green. So, be honest with yourself. Take your time, as much time as you want, and go through each of these words and mark off where you think you are. If you know them all, great. If they're all brand new, that's why we're here, right? So you're taking the time to learn something new, and that's really awesome. So we're moving on. Another chart here, I would copy this into my notebook. Take your time, always pause and come back if you need to. So here's the rules. So what happens to verbs in the present simple? Like in different languages, we have to conjugate our verbs depending on the verb tense. So in English, we have some rules as well. So if our pronoun is I, the rule is that the verb stays the same. Pronoun you, our verb will stay the same. Pronoun he, here we're going to add s to the verb. Next pronoun, she. Can you guess what we're going to do? Right, we're going to add s to the verb. Next pronoun, it. We're also going to add s to the verb. Next pronoun is we. What's going to happen here? Our verb is going to stay the same. This kind of trips up some students because this is a plural, so they feel like, oh yeah, plural has the s. But no, here our verb stays the same. They, our verb also stays the same. Again, this is plural, so, or sometimes plural, not always. So some people think it should have the s, but you don't need it. So let's do an example here. Our verb is walk. Walk in Portuguese, caminhar. In Spanish, caminar. And in French, marcher. So here, walk. Walk. He walks. She walks. It walks. So this could be like a dog, right? The dog walks. We walk in the park. They walk. Nice. All right, so take your time, copy down this chart in your notebook for future reference. The rules will always be true. So here, it's time to practice on your own. I would also write these down, right? Practice, practice, practice. What happens to our verbs here? So take your time, pause the video, and come back. All right, so here are some of our answers. I run in the morning. You swim in the ocean. He loves basketball. Good. All right. She goes to school. So since this ends in a vowel here, we're going to add es. She goes to school. Some tricky English for you there. You'll get used to it. We cook dinner every night. They listen to music on Spotify. It smells delicious in the kitchen. She does her homework. Here we go, another one. She does her homework. You'll get used to these. Next one. He has to wake up at 5:30 a.m. So here's a little bit irregular. He has to wake up. If the pronoun was I have to wake up. Okay. I make friends easily. We want a nice job. I think everybody does, right? And they laugh, have funny jokes. Awesome, guys. So yeah, just be careful with these silly little mini rules here. And this one is a bit irregular. You know, like any language, we have some irregular verbs and rules. Okay, so jumping into our next activity. This is going to be our writing and speaking activity. So we are going to describe our daily routine or habits. I put the verbs here from earlier today so that we can use them for this activity and we can keep practicing them over and over in different ways. Okay, so here are some sentence starters that I created to help everyone in this activity. It depends really where you are in your learning journey. If you're very much a beginner, this is really helpful just to frame how we would use these words in a sentence. So I see here I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 5 verbs for me to describe my day. So I'm going to model this for you, but you should copy this into your notebook so that you're ready to speak it out loud when it's your turn. All right, so during my day, I listen, read, and teach. Sometimes I sing and draw. What do you like to do? Or what do you do during your day? What are some of your habits? Or somebody could ask you, what is your daily routine like? What do you do during the day? Right? So I said, during my day, I listen, read, and teach. So listen, I chose yellow for this verb because you know what? I'm having a tough time remembering this one. Read, this is a verb I know. And teach, I put in red because it's not on my list. And sometimes I sing, right? I sing all the time. I love to sing, so I know this verb. And draw. This one is brand new to me, but I do it, so now I know how to say it. So I do suggest that you take the time and translate these words into your home language in your notebooks and self-teach. You're already making the big step of watching these videos and playing along, which is awesome. So now it's your turn. What do you do during your day? So thanks for stopping by and learning. Please like and subscribe so you can get some alerts about when I do add to the channel. I really appreciate you guys coming by and I'm really loving putting this together. So till next time.